The more successful you become, the more problematical it seems it becomes too. Let's go to the video. Hello and welcome back to Rodney Parade Newport, where there is never a dull moment. And if you have been following us, you will know that we were top of the league in the last episode, ahead of Oxford by 3 points at the top of the table. But life is never dull here, and despite all the success that we're having, we are currently experiencing some very serious problems within the squad, and many of the squad are feeling very, very unhappy at the moment. And if we look at the dynamics page, you can see that we have 6 players there, and there is a 7th who is currently getting unhappy, and we need to figure out what to do about this. The most important two are Ryan Haynes and Charlie Lakin, who want more game time. But Scott Bennett and Jermaine Hilton, they both want to leave. And Klopp has finally decided that he wants to take Jake Kane back to Liverpool, despite him playing in the position that he wants to and increased amount of playing time. Klopp is not happy and he's taking him back to Liverpool. And to solve the problem, we have had to make a number of promises to the players, and but those are working out. But we do have still issues with Charlie Lakin and Ryan Haynes, who currently, though, are pleased with the amount of playing time that they're getting at the moment, and they're going to be getting more as the problems continue. And I don't want them coming to me then and saying, please rest me, because we do have serious problems with the amount of players that might be leaving in the January transfer window. Jermaine Hilton, for example, he will leave, hopefully, with Scott Bennett. And we have other players, as we'll see later in a second, that are also wanting to leave. Cameron Norman is also becoming a problem at the moment. But let's just go back to where we left you on the pitch. Let's just leave all that for a minute. And if you remember, we lost to Sunderland in that very crazy game. But after that, we went on another great run again. Why this is happening, I don't know. Plymouth we beat 3-1, followed by a 2-0 away victory at Bolton. Sheffield Wednesday, a very creditable 1-1 draw. And Doncaster, a very good win despite being outplayed, as well as a good win against Fleetwood. Again, we were outplayed. And we somehow managed to get the results. We have some very difficult fixtures coming up. MK Dons, today's match is not easy, and every fixture for us is a problem at the moment. We are way overachieving. As you can see at the moment, as a result of that, we are 10 points clear at the top of the table after 25 games. Maybe it's the tactic, but I suspect it's the squad that was built to be able to rotate, and I think our level of rotation has helped. But that's brought its problems, and the pundits still seem to think that we are going to finish around about 21st. And you can see that Tommy Abraham is the leading scorer with 14 goals. Aaron Lewis is the leading assist with 12 assists. And coming near to a record, and Joe Day has more clean sheets than anybody. So I don't really understand why we are overachieving, and why the pundits are like saying that we're going to finish in the bottom 4. I don't really get that, but I think they might have a surprise. I don't think we are going to finish in the bottom 4. We are excelling at the moment. But in terms of our players, Jake Kane is going back to Liverpool. We are going to lose a number of players. And if we look further up, Scott Bennett is probably on his way out, as well as probably we are probably also going to lose Cameron Norman. He is becoming a big problem for me, a big headache in terms of his demands, and he's not really playing that well. Also, Jermaine Hilton is going to be leaving. We need some of this in order to solve the wage budget crisis that we also have at the moment. Aaron Lewis is wanted, but he's not going anywhere. And we may lose an Aaron Livermore reluctantly, because we just need to solve the wage budget, and this is going to leave us really short. We are looking at the possibility of replacements. It's going to leave, all this might leave us short in midfield, so we are looking again at Joe Nolan, who we failed to buy a while back, and he went to Blackburn, but he's not getting much gameplay at Blackburn, so we might be able to steal him away from Blackburn. We're also looking at replacements at wing-back, because if Norman leaves, we are going to have a big problem at wing-back, and we will probably have to play Farquharson there. Or we could use Lewis Twamley, who you can see really needs, he's a good, exciting young player, and he really needs some more game time, but he's young and he is going to make mistakes, and he will cost us points as we go through the second half of the season. But it might be that we should use younger players now and take what comes. So I think that this is probably a good time to go and play MK Dons. And the team today is Day in goal with Farquharson, Parker, who's having a great season, Sweeney at the back, Norman and Haynes as the wing-backs, Williams and Lakin in midfield, and Thomas, Nuttall and Collins will make up the front three. Now, it is our ambition to play in a very positive way and to try and control the game right from the off. I remember last time they came at us, and we want to take that away from them this time, but whether that's the right decision, that will remain to be seen. Their form isn't great, and that's what I'm telling them. Let's get stuck into them and let's show them who are the main people at this moment in time. And so the game will get underway, and it's, I forgot once again to put it onto key highlights, so we'll just do that and then we'll continue. And so the game gets underway, and a rainy day here in Newport, so what else is new? And it's straight away MK Dons, as they did last time, they are making the play, and there's that little ball around the corner which I do not like at all, and that is not a very good cross and goes harmlessly out of play. So I want us to play in a very positive way today. It's not something that I would normally do in this kind of game. I would normally play a little bit more balanced, but we are kind of like edging possession. But here are MK Dons, and that's headed away very nicely. And but it's MK Dons once again. And there's a little diagonal ball, and they're in, and MK Dons have scored, and that was not what I saw happening at the beginning. But that's what's happened. It was well, I'm not sure there was anything the defence could do about that. It was a defence-splitting pass. It really was a beautiful pass. And he just went into the penalty area unmarked and drilled it home. Maybe a hint of offside, but I think he was onside. Yeah, he was onside. It was just a beautiful pass, and there's nothing really defensively we could do about that. So we're not going to do anything in response. We're just going to keep going, keep working hard, and keep trying to gain control here. We are going to, I forgot to ease off tackling, because they are very good at dribbling, and we don't want to be jumping around and allowing them to go past us easily. So here's Sweeney, and 30 minutes are gone, and this looks like a highlight for us for a change. And Sweeney gives it back to Parker. Parker to Sweeney. Sweeney, who is quite tired at the moment. I've got my eye on him in terms of needing a rest. And he gives it back to Nuttall. Nuttall gives it to Haynes. Haynes is already on the yellow card. Lakin gives it to Thomas. And Thomas hits A fantastic strike, fully 35 yards. That's got to be a contender for our goal of the season. What an amazing hit. Haynes looked for Lakin, and Lakin just fed a simple ball, and that was an amazing strike. And it's nice to see Jamie Thomas put one away like that. It's something he's capable of doing, and it's nice to see him actually do it. So it's 1-1. We're going to then just make sure that we are not going to be crossing. We're going to cross not from the byline, but we want to cross from deep in this particular game. I'm just making sure the fullbacks have got that instruction as they went out on the field, and they do. And that's half-time. We are going well. I think that we are capable of more, and that's what I'm telling them. And we're just going to alter the formation a little bit to give us a little bit more solidity down the left-hand side. It's a game that I think we're going to need to make changes constantly, and I think that it's one that's going to need total focus. So they have a corner, and that's swung in. Oh, and MK Dons nearly went back in front. It's actually quite an even contest in terms of possession, in terms of all the stats. It's quite an even contest, and we're just going to tighten things up, or maybe we will start to go a little bit more attacking. I'm not sure, perhaps a little bit more attacking. And here come MK Dons again. It does seem that every decision that I make doesn't actually work. I am so aware that having told them, oh, that was a chance, and I wonder if that's a key moment in the match. I am concerned that although I told them to force them out wide, they are getting some very useful crosses in. So I don't want them forcing them out wide so much, but now they're coming into the middle, and now there's another chance, and he fires it over the bar. I really don't know actually what to do about this. I think I'll just allow it to just to run now, make no more changes. And here's Williams. Williams finds Parker, and there are a number of nervous players in my defence, and quite rightly so, as we played around in midfield. And here's Nuttall coming deep for the ball. He finds Thomas Collins, and Nuttall is through, and that was a chance, and I'd expect him to do better. It was a good save, but I would have expected Nuttall to put that one away. Here's Lewis swinging in a corner, and that's a header, and it's off the line, cleared off the line. And like I said, it's a very even match. This could go either way. Both teams are creating really good chances. That's a poor header out from the back by Parker. Parker, who's not having a great game today. He's usually much more reliable at the centre of that defence. And here comes Brown. Brown sending MK Dons forward. We are controlling their movement around the flanks a little bit better at the moment, but they then look a little bit more dangerous through the middle. And here they come again, passing it around, looking for a way through. And we are pressing them. We don't want them having the time to spray the ball around. We know that they're good passers. And still they keep possession. But that's okay. It's a long way back. And that's a good ball across to the other side of the field. And this is another chance as he drives forward. And, oh my Lord, that's just over the bar. So I do believe this game could go either way. I think it's time now just to see it out, and we'll take a point here against MK Dons. They're a very, very good team, and I'll be very, very happy with a point. And that is full time, and it's Newport County 1, MK Dons 1, and we're still 10 points clear at the top of the table. And that's because other teams around us also have failed to take advantage of what has been going on. And so in terms of the table, as you can see, we're still 10 points clear. And Blackpool seem to have disappeared from sight. Oxford, Lincoln both closed the gap a little bit. And in terms of fixtures, we have some very, very tough fixtures coming up. We have a little break now for 9 days before we play Oxford in the Papa John's Trophy, and it's a game that I really want to win. I believe we can win that trophy, providing that morale stays good and we stay clear of injuries. We currently only have 2 injuries at the moment, both of them out long term. That's Clarkey and Matt Dolan. So if we can stay clear of injuries, keep our squad together and stay somewhat happy, I think that we can go on and do very, very well this season. Much better than anybody gave us credit for. That's it for this video. If you liked it, do all that stuff to help the channel grow. And all I'm going to say now is I'll see you in episode 17.